So now that we understand how images are formed by plane mirrors, let's learn another interesting phenomenon, that is multiple images. So when an object is placed between two plane mirrors that are kept at an angle, we can see several images of the same object instead of just one. It means जब किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को दो प्लेन मिरर्स के बीच में रखा जाता है और मिरर्स एक एंगल पर होते हैं, तब हमें एक इमेज की जगह उस ऑब्जेक्ट की कई इमेजेस दिखाई देती हैं. Now, why are multiple images formed? This happens because the light reflected from one mirror falls on the second mirror and gets reflected again. And this process continues again and again. ये इसलिए होता है क्योंकि एक मिरर से रिफ्लेक्ट हुई लाइट दूसरे मिरर पर जाकर फिर से रिफ्लेक्ट होती है. ये रिफ्लेक्शन बार बार होता रहता है. And this repeated reflection of light between two mirrors is called multiple reflections. Now the question is, can we calculate the number of images without counting them one by one? The answer is yes. We can use a simple formula, that is n equals to 360 by theta minus 1. Here n represents the number of images formed and theta represents the angle between the two mirrors. And also one important thing to remember is that the number of images depends on the angle between the mirrors. The smaller the angle between the mirrors, the more images are formed, and as the angle increases, the number of images decreases. यहाँ एक बात हमेशा याद रखनी है, images की total number mirrors के बीच के angle पर depend करती है. जितना angle छोटा होगा उतनी ज़्यादा images बनेंगी और जैसे जैसे angle बढ़ेगा images का total number कम होता जाएगा. Now let's understand this formula with a few numerical examples. Once you solve 2 or 3 questions, the concept becomes very easy. So the first question is, calculate the number of images formed when the angle between two mirrors is 90 degree. Here the angle between the mirror is given as 90 degrees. यहाँ हमें mirrors के बीच का angle दिया हुआ है, that is 90 degree. Since we need to find the number of images, we will use the formula n equals to 360 by theta minus 1. Now substitute the value of theta, that is 90 degree. N equals to 360 divided by 90 degree minus 1. So 360 divided by 90 is 4. So 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. So when the angle between the mirror is 90 degree, 3 images are formed. Solve the opposite type of question. This question is, find the angle between two mirrors if the number of images formed is 9. Now this time the number of images is already given. इस बार images का total number पहले दिया हुआ है. We have to find the angle, and for that we will use the same formula, that is n equals to 360 degree by theta minus 1. Since n is equals to 9, substitute it into the formula. To remove minus 1, add 1 to both sides. So 9 plus 1 is equals to 360 degree by theta. Now 9 plus 1 becomes 10. So 10 is equals to 360 degree by theta. Now rearrange the equation. It will become theta is equals to 360 degree by 10. 360 divided by 10 is 36 degrees. So the angle between the two mirrors is 36 degrees. So children, today we learned that when two plane mirrors are placed at an angle, multiple images can be formed. We also learned how to calculate the number of images using a simple formula. And in the next video, we will learn how these multiple reflections are used in a beautiful optical toy called a kaleidoscope. So stay tuned for the next video.